Hello, we're back. We're back for another video. Today's video, I slightly mixing it up, not fully. It's still like a list video, but it's not a tier list because I know that I would be able to tier list these things. So this, you've probably seen from the title and the thumbnail, is a video about all the musicals that I've seen in the last year. It's probably the most amount of musicals or theatre performances in general that I've seen in a whole year ever, probably. I love going to the theatre, I love seeing musicals particularly, and I saw a lot last year and I liked all of them. So that's why I'm not doing a tier list, because I wouldn't be able to put any in the bad category, I don't think. So what I've done is I've made a list of 1 to 10, and I'm going to list them in order of preference, more so because I enjoyed all of them, so it's more in order of preference. Which ones I enjoyed slightly more than others. So not fully a tier list, but still a tier list, kind of. We should probably just get on with it, honestly, because we've got 10 to get through. So first up we have Bedknobs and Broomsticks. This was the first musical I saw. It was actually like November 2021, so not fully a year ago, just a little over a year ago. But I used to love this movie as a child. I had it on video, used to watch it a lot, know the songs. I really enjoyed the movie. The musical, they made a few changes, but in general it was still quite good. I still quite enjoyed it. They didn't make too many changes, they made a few. I don't really know where to put it right now because I don't have anything to go off of, because I'm not putting anything else on the list right now. But I think probably I'd put it at the bottom because I don't know if I'd see this again, because I've seen it once now. I don't think I'll see it again. I'm gutted I didn't get a programme from it, but you know, we move. I still really enjoyed it. I would still recommend seeing it at least once. Then we have Bonnie and Clyde. Coincidentally, I was listening to this musical. It came up on my Spotify and I just listened to the album constantly. I'd never heard it before, but I just listened to it constantly on repeat, and then watched the recorded version on YouTube, and I loved it. And then coincidentally, tickets came on sale summer of 2021 for it, and I was like, what a coincidence, have to go and see this. So this was obviously like the 2-day show they put on, because they weren't sure if they were going to keep it on for longer. I went down to London January 2022 and saw Bonnie and Clyde because I didn't think I'd ever get to see it. I also didn't think I'd ever get to see Jeremy Jordan again, so it just felt like an opportunity that couldn't really give up. I actually really enjoyed this, so I would recommend seeing it because I did really enjoy it. I think it's a really good show. I love the songs. The soundtrack is my favourite thing about this whole show, I think. Right now I'm going to put it quite high up because I did really enjoy it. I thought it was a really good musical. I love the soundtrack. The soundtrack is the thing that makes it for me, so I can go there for now. Then we have 6. I enjoyed this one. I was front row for this one. It was a good musical, I think. I know it's now in Broadway and Broadway loves it. And I know it's doing like world tours and stuff, so I would recommend seeing it because it is a good show. They made it specifically, like, I can't remember which queen it was, but they made her Scottish, which just was great for being Glasgow, because again I saw it in Glasgow and it was good. It was a good show. I had a lot of fun at it. I really do like shows where like the actors are also playing the instruments, so it was a good one. I enjoyed it. I'm gonna put it probably roughly in the middle just now, probably like here. Again, I think it's one of those ones that I enjoyed seeing, but I don't think I would see it again now that I've seen it once. Then we have Footless. I love Footless. I like all the movies, and this one was really good. Weirdly, my favourite scene from the movie is also my favourite scene in the musical. JLS man, I can't remember his name now, Ashton, he was really good and I think he was my favourite character in it. The American accents were a bit dodge, I'm not gonna lie, they were a little bit dodge, but the scene in the movie and the musical that I love is the scene where they're teaching the main character's best friend, the guy friend, how to dance. I can't remember any of the characters' names now, but when they're teaching him to dance, that's my favourite scene in the movie, and it was also my favourite scene in the musical. I loved it. And again, this was another musical where the actors were the ones playing the instruments, which I really enjoyed. They were really good. they were singing, they were dancing, and they were playing instruments all at the same time and roller skating at times. I enjoyed it. It was a fun show. I'm going to put it just below 6, I think. It was a good show. I enjoyed it. Singing in the Rain. I enjoyed this one. This one had Kevin Clifton in it. I enjoyed this. The tap dancing was my favourite part in all of it. I love dance essentially, so anything that has a lot of dance in it gives me goosebumps. This was obviously kind of an older school musical in comparison to some of the other ones we've seen, or I've seen last year. I still did enjoy it. I thought it was still a good one. The dancing just kind of made it for me, honestly. So I'm going to put it there. Then we have Bugsy Malone. I, again, used to watch this movie all the time. I actually still have it on DVD. I like that they did use child actors. I thought, I was a bit worried that they might have used like adult actors, but obviously that's not really the point of the movie or the story. I thought it was really good. Some of the kids really shone. I'm not going to slate this one too much, honestly, because they were children. But you could tell some of them, it was their first time. You could tell that they were like memorizing and saying, like just saying the words on the script and not really acting the words, if you get me. But they were kids, so I'm not gonna like have a go at them. It was still a good show. The bad guys, like the older children, teenagers, whatever, their song when they're being like the bad guys, I can't remember what the song is. My gosh. That was my favourite song. I loved that song. That was a good song. Fat Sam, the guy who played Fat Sam was great. It was just a good show. I'm gonna put it probably like here, and probably below Footloose, because I enjoyed it a lot, I think. But I don't know if that was just like nostalgia for me. Then we have The Girl in the North Country. I'm not really a big Bob Dylan, that's who it is, right? Bob Dylan fan. This one was good though. I did enjoy this one. This one was very like a lot more intimate and felt a lot more like a play. Again, I was front row, which made it very awkward because the actors were like right in your face. But it was good. I enjoyed the music a lot. The singing was incredible. The story was really good. I just thought everybody was amazing. But I don't really know a huge amount of Bob Dylan music. So I think I was one of the younger people there. But I still kind of enjoyed it. I think the story was just really good. And the music and the singing. And again, this was another one where the actors played the instruments on stage. So it was a good one. It was a good story. I'm going to put it up high. Then we have The Book of Mormon. This was not the first time I'd seen The Book of Mormon. I saw it back in 2014, 2015. I do like The Book of Mormon. I do think it's funny. Some of the jokes I'm a bit like, oh. But in general, I loved it. I thought the Nicola Sturgeon joke was really funny. And again, kind of catering it to the audience that you're in front of was quite cool. A bit like what Six did. But again, I've seen this one before. But I think I did prefer some of the others slightly more. Because again, I have seen it. But it's still good, like I've saw it for a second time, so I'm going to put it there. I'm going to put it down the bottom. Then we have Newsies, which is one of the ones I actually saw this year. January again, came on sale last year, summer, and was like, I have to go and see this, because I never thought I'd get to see Newsies. I never thought it would come back, if I'm honest. So when it did come, I was like, I have to see this, and it was really good. I would say it was my favourite movie? It was my favourite musical potentially that I saw. I just thought the production was really good. There was a few like sound issues I found, particularly. I was front row again, which I wasn't expecting. So I don't know, the sound just wasn't bouncing very well. I don't know if anybody else has found this, but like if the actors weren't facing the direction in general where I was sitting, I couldn't really hear them. But I did really, again, I love the dancing. I liked that it was like pretty much the same as the movie and the Broadway version, or the off-Broadway version, or the touring, whatever, but there were differences. I liked the additional differences. I liked the use of the stage. I just enjoyed it. I thought it was a really good musical. Big fan. So that's going to go up number 1. Then I had Anne Juliet, which again, when I went into London, thought I'd see a second musical, so I saw Anne Juliet. I liked this one. This one was a fun one. I've not seen many jukebox musicals. I like this one because this is music that I particularly like. Britney Spears, boy bands, etc. So I did enjoy this one a lot. I don't think I was expecting to enjoy it as much as I did. I thought it would be like a fun little, yeah, okay, that was kind of fun. The music was good, blah blah blah. But I did actually really enjoy it. And I would recommend. I know it's already finished. I think it's in Broadway still, potentially. But I think it's finished in London now. I wasn't expecting to enjoy it as much, and I did. So yeah, that can go below Newsies because maybe it was just the music, maybe it was the nostalgia of it all, but yeah. Then there was Death Drop Back in the Habit, which is kind of a musical, kind of not. It's a drag show, essentially. Saw that here. It was touring. I don't know if it's still touring around the UK or not. I've never seen a drag show before. This was my first ever drag show. I thought it was funny. I thought it was good. I think if you like RuPaul Drag Race, then you'll really enjoy it. It's not a show I watched particularly, but I still thought it was funny. It was a good show. The audience kind of annoyed me. There was a lot of heckling. People in their 40s and 50s apparently can't control themselves anymore. I don't know if I'd put it third though, because it wasn't fully my style or fully my humour. I still did enjoy it though. So maybe we'll do some moving around. Maybe we'll move some things around. Move this here, move that there. Yeah, move some things. I think I'll put Death Drop there. I think I preferred some of these other ones a bit more because there's more my style. Like I kind of preferred, I like dancing a lot essentially, so if anything has dancing in it, it can go up in my books. That is my musicals tier list of, not tier list, but like list of musicals that I saw in the last year. Have you seen any of them? Let me know. Are there any you recommend seeing? Again, let me know. I'd happily go and see more. I do already have 2 booked for this year, and that's kind of it, which in comparison to what I saw last year is not a lot. That was my musicals list. Let me know what you thought. If there's any things you think I should go and see, what your opinions of some of these musicals were, let me know. I'll be interested to hear your thoughts. Okay, bye.